It will end because now so many people are used to paying for applications, whether they pay 99 cents or whether they pay for a tune, or they pay 99 cents to play solitaire, or they pay $4.95 to do this or $2.95 for that, and it's very one stop, very simple to do. That in these little form factors, first with the iPhone and now the iPad and dozens of other devices that will come, this is naturally going to evolve. It's got this legacy of this mythology, but
that
it will
content
end.
is free.
Now, by the way, what will be always free and always kind of was free is things that are commodities. Anything that's a commodity in terms of information has very little value.
Then, given that, New York Times is implementing some paywalls starting next year. You've got Rupert Murdoch making his moves in Times of London. What do you make of that then?
Well, I think it's great that everybody is beginning to push now, because that's part of the inevitability and it's part of the evolution, is the content owners are beginning to push. Now, I think they're going to get lots of resistance. Part of it is
it going to work?
This mythology. Well, eventually, absolutely. It's just, these are areas, these are industries, so to speak, that are going to push to say, our content we think it's valuable at this. There's going to be pushback, but there's also something else that needs to be developed, which is pricing mechanisms that allow essentially the market to set the price. Steve Jobs did this in music. He said, music is for 99 cents. And he changed everything because he said, I'm going to price it so low that everybody's going to adopt it. So the same will happen.
But do you think the New York Times will succeed this time around?
I think they'll succeed eventually, not this time around. This is going to be an evolution. It's going to take years for the pricing to get in line, for the form factors to get in line, for habits, consumer habits to develop, for one click, one ease path of pricing, or of completion of the order to happen. All this stuff's going to jumble around awkwardly for the next years.
And I imagine that it'll be the sort of thing where eventually, one boat will succeed and then another, and then the whole tide, is going to lift all the boats. And
it will happen, I think, probably the same way. And everything moves a little bit faster than the last development. The last development of note here was really the music business. Here was the music business. Everything was being stolen.
Yeah.
Everything was deemed free, even though they didn't want it to be that way. But technology allowed it to be able to be stolen fault-free, right? Everybody said, no one will pay for music anymore, right? It took 7 or 8 years, in that case, for the iTunes concept. And now it's a multi-billion-dollar business. People are paying for music. They could get it free. They're paying for it. So I think it'll happen quicker, but